Welcome back to Pertam. Everything should be good. Leave the settings like that. Okay. Yeah. Shouldn't be changed at all. The settings should still be the same, so there shouldn't be any issues. Unknown signal. I don't even really mess with those much anymore on this world. It is really close, though. It's a very, very close one. So if it's that close, definitely should at least check it out. Let's see. I made a copy of this world, and this is the copy, so I don't know if there's going to be any weird bugs or anything like that. There shouldn't be. Did a little bit of iron mining since the last stream as well, because I pretty much completely ran out. Nope, that is not the button. I thought that was the button. Yeah, some motors and computers, whatever. Where's the button? Oh, it's on the bottom. Nothing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna grind the rest of that down. I don't need it at all. It's open for some unique food that I don't have yet. Alright, so since the last stream, I worked on the ship a little bit. Mostly like the nacelles. Did a little bit more work on those, and I think they're looking decent. It's dark as well, but I added these lights a while back, and I should have added them a lot sooner because it definitely helps building at night. But I think as far as the nacelles go, I did some work on them, and I'm pretty happy with how they look. And I changed the side a little bit so it just slopes all the way down. Same with the back. Now, as far as like the complete back, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do there yet to make it look a lot better. I have two forward thrusters and 3 reverse thrusters, so I was thinking about incorporating some atmospherics back here just to kind of help out a little bit on the planet, or small hydrogen, kind of like all the other ones. Not 100% sure. And I took this little entrance thing out, which I do need to fix all the way back. I always have to change my paint because it was on the paint from the economy series. We'll put that back. The build and repair should be working again. I downloaded a updated version, or the maintained version by SCO85, and that seemed to fix it. It was nice because I just went out, uninstalled the regular, and then installed the new one, and the blocks stayed exactly where they were with all their settings. So that was very, very convenient. So that's up and working again. I have on both sides access down into the engine room, I guess. So I did add these stairs, unpressurized in here. I'm not worried about getting that pressurized. It would just be too difficult with the way the ship is laid out now. And so I think this works. It's not too bad. I added some beam blocks for aesthetics, I guess. And then the modules are all exposed, which I think looks nice. And then you can come down in here, and you're in this, the small little hangar bay that we worked on in the last stream. All the pipes are still the same. Jump drive's not complete because I have nowhere near enough gold for it. And same thing on the other side, matching on both sides. And I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe I will put something down, catwalks or panels, just to kind of cover the thruster, or I'll leave it. Not too sure. Okay. Like there's a few people popping in and out, so welcome. Yeah, these refineries are still running because they're connected. And then these new signs that came with the Economy 2-pack, I started incorporating those a little bit for looks. So these are just airlocks that go straight outside. I have this one marked as maintenance. I didn't see an engine room or engines sign, so maintenance works. That one goes to the hangar, and I didn't put a sign up here because I think I couldn't fit one. I guess I could probably fit one there, but I don't know what this room is. I don't really have a name for this room yet. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Skynux? I'm sure I probably butchered that. What's up, man? How you doing? I don't think I didn't update anything in here since the last stream, other than signs. Same thing, because this goes over to the bridge, which still needs a little bit of work, but we're getting there. The medical side, it looks pretty decent. Don't try. Oh, I'm not too bad. Just chilling, really. A lot later. Normally I do my streams in the morning, but I figured I'd do a kind of a late night stream. There's no school in the morning for the kiddos, so figured why not. And then, yeah, so I started kind of messing around with a little bit of bed quarters in here, which also needs more work. I have to put something over here, but we're getting there. But all in all, I think the ship for the most part is done enough that it theoretically should be able to fly, which we will need to do soon because all the work on the bottom, I'd like to get it parked somewhere that I have a little bit more room. I guess we have a decent amount of room, so a lot of this needs to get covered up, cleaned up a little bit. Large atmospheric flat mows, I squeezed those in here right underneath the side thruster. It fit nicely. And then the armor, I think it looks pretty decent. I might add some green accents to this, maybe like panels, just to kind of match with the rest of the ship. And then on the bottom side of the nacelles looks pretty decent. I guess I could probably close that up somehow. Did I do it on the other side? Or is that open just the same? It is open the same. So I could probably... There should be a block to fit that corner, but if I put these, then it won't be completely flat. That could work. I'm gonna do the same there. And there's definitely a block that I can put here. It should be, I think, in here. Is it this one? I'm pretty sure it's this one. I just need to try to... There we go. Yep. Perfect. So that can go there. I think that'll work. Kind of cover up those hydrogen tanks a little bit more. Same deal. Maybe. There we go. Getting these blocks arranged is always a freaking pain in the ass. And we will want to extend this guy out and maybe use these ones. I guess I don't need to move the ship to get to the bottom. There should be plenty of room. And then... was it this one? Yep. So that'll work there. There and there. Not too shabby. And then closing that spot. Probably just want to use a regular light armor block here. Maybe... okay, actually, let's see. Do that. Followed by that one. That way it maintains the shape of these covers. Oh, I guess I already did that on this side. I just forgot to copy it over on the other side. Alright, so that works out. That looks not half bad, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, this whole thing could just be green. Probably. And I might want to change that so that it's similar to these ones. I rounded these around, whereas before it was just like the single hump in the middle. Why do we have a lag spike? Looks fine. So I think if I do that on the side as well, that'll probably look pretty good. I think there's a block I can use here and maintain this angled piece with these. I think it should be... oh, maybe there's not. Nope. Is it? Nope. So, I thought there was one like this. Yep, there we go. Never mind. So that'll work. And do the same thing on the other corners.
Inventory full.
Yes, yes, I know. And that one, it'll be easier if I just select it from there. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. I don't think I'm going to do it up here. I think for this side, it can just be the one. And like I said last stream, you can never have too many turrets. Ooh, this one's a tight squeeze.
Inventory full. Inventory
Yes,
full.
I know.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah, that is a little bit annoying. Hopefully it's not too loud on your guys' end. I'll do that. Oh, where are you at? Is it this one? Is that one? Right there. and then it was this one. There we go. That looks a little better, and then before I forget, I'll put the reinforced conveyor tube there. And there. And yeah, I might as well put a couple more Gatling turrets on this guy. Actually, I don't even know if it's going to fit on the other side, being this close to the wall. That is a big negative. That's fine. That one can wait. Now, as far as the ass, always one of the harder parts is making that look halfway decent. And maybe do I want to go with hydrogens, or probably not really a point in doing atmospherics back here, honestly.
Inventory full.
So
Inventory full.
if I do that, it's one block away. So
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
why does that look different? Shouldn't be different. It's the same, right? Nope. This has that guy there, which we'll put back for now, but I think what we can do, we can change this out.
Inventory full.
Okay, I'm gonna clear my inventory because I don't need stuff in it right now. Clear that out. Put that one. Place that with a T. And I could use a junction. I try to avoid junctions unless I absolutely need to. So we could go flip it so that it matches. Like that. And then it's going to be another T, I think. T. And then this one could be a curve. Like that. Same deal. AT and curve. That should work. And then what I'm going to do, it's not going to make a huge difference. Actually, I won't be able to select them. I'll put some hydrogen thrusters. This one. Yeah, okay, so there, and here. And that'll get pretty close to balancing the forward and reverse thrust so that our braking thrust isn't insanely overpowered. Then what we can do from there, just do regular block. But then we can use these ones. There, there, there. And because I have the door script operating, this door is going to keep closing on its own. I could ignore it. squeezed right out. Okay. Like that, and then I can put these ones, right? Yeah. Gonna enclose this little thruster pack. That doesn't quite match up properly. I don't think there's a block that's gonna transition that correctly. So we'll just have to go like that. And rinse and repeat for the other side. Before my hydrogen runs out. Whoops, there we go. Oh, one hydrogen bottle left. And then lastly, ooh, I don't know how this is gonna actually work out. I use these, oh, it's already right there. The passages for these ones can go sideways because I was doing it even number before, like that and like this. But we could do them sideways like that, pointing in. These will get painted the same green as the other ones. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's done. Kind of surprised those didn't kick on. Thought I had a little bit of hydrogen on the ship. .7%, so those are off. That says it's on. Maybe it just didn't fire off. So, sometimes it does that. So we'll go select all of those. On, off. Just to be sure. So that, yeah, that'll help out keeping it balanced between forward and backwards. Let's go ahead and recharge. We should, yeah, we have hydrogen on the ship, so we should be good there. But I'd like to... It's very close. As far as completion goes, I think it's pretty close, and it needs a whole shitload of hydrogen because it has the 4 large hydrogen tanks. I think I have 2 hydrogens on the base. One of them is like 23% full. The other one's empty, so we're gonna need a lot of ice. And instead of traveling back and forth, I would like to try to fly this ship over to the ice patch with our miner and mine connect back and forth right over at the ice patch. That'll make that a lot easier. So that might be a plan very soon. I just gotta go through the ship and check everything over. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking my ghost right now. At 9:30 at night, it's smart. You drink a shitload of caffeine, right? That's the smart thing to do. But for those that are watching right now, what's better, what in your guys' opinion, doing like the 9 a.m. streams or more nighttime based 9 p.m.? What works better for you guys? I don't know what works better for me. I think during the week, 9 p.m. is a little bit late. So you should usually go to bed at like 10 o'clock. So let's see. So we got those back thrusters done. Do you want to get a little bit more work done on the bottom of the ship though? Definitely, because it is pretty bare, especially right here where the engines are exposed. So we need to do something to cover those up. We have this here kind of covering that. That might work. How can I transition smoothly? Go there. I'd like to use, I think it's... Oh, where are you at? That block could work. And then we can cover this with half blocks. I don't know. Trying to figure out how I can make that transition without it looking too ridiculous. I don't really want to use half blocks either. Maybe we can do... which way do I want to go? There we go. That looks kind of funny. Ooh, actually. Maybe. We go there. Should be a block that I can use to pop that out. I think it is this one. Come on, orient the way I want. I don't know if that's the one that I want. I think I did a transition similar on top of the ship, I thought. Kind of like that. Have that and then put the other way around, so this way. Let's grab that one. And we can mess around with you a little bit. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh. This one. That's the one. So then we can kind of continue that here. Right? Which we will then need this block. Are you the one that I am looking for? No, I don't think so. No, I think it is, but I think I need to take this one out. Alright, because we want to go... That'll bring it out one block. Oh, there's two... That's not doing what I want it to do. I feel like I messed that up. How did I do that? I am tripping. What the hell did I do up here where I was able to bump it out like that? There's another block right here, isn't there? Yes, okay. But that's a separate block from this one. Thought so. Like that. Then we want... It wasn't that one. Sloped corner, I think? There we go. Okay, that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. It is a little bit exposed right there. So, actually, so this one can actually move. You here. Because then we can actually put that one there. Anyways, yep. There we go. And then I can just move the rest of them. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And then this can run down a little ways. That's 2 blocks. I was gonna say I can try to put another flat mode, but I don't think I'm going to. I can put one here, which I might. That might not be a terrible idea. I mean, Pertam's gravity is absolutely freaking nuts, so it honestly probably wouldn't be a bad idea. At least get that enough so we can build it. These take so many resources, though. Oh, never mind. I can't put it there because the landing gear. I think I tried doing that before. Yeah, so that won't work yet. So let's get this filled in a bit. Dropping the bottom down like an entire block, so that would actually free up some space. Depending on where this is that probably like in the hangar? If I wanted to take stuff out of the floor, I can fit more blocks in. These are just filler, really. So put these right there. That works pretty well. Swap this guy. And we'll just copy. Same thing on both sides. That is not the way I want it to be. Come on, rotate in the right position. Where the hell is it? I keep hitting the wrong key and then I forget which key I'm hitting. Oh, that is the right one. Yeah, okay. Dummy. And that one there. And you here. We can fill you in. Just like the other side. Okay. Some more of these filler blocks. There we go. Okay, that works. That is not too bad. And actually here, we can just put these ones. And then those won't look too bad and they'll kind of cover that up. For the most part. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I'm happy with it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Still a little bit ugly right here. But we can work on that a little bit later. Doesn't have to be right now. So those conveyors are all very, very much exposed. So I think the 2x1s will actually work pretty well there and kind of keep the cargo containers somewhat exposed. Same deal. Okay. That will cover those. Honestly, that can probably run. Probably run that all the way, right? I can get the damn orientation correct. That there. Actually, do that. And still might put an Atmo there. So we can kind of leave that as a possibility, but this should work. You need to change. To this one. Beautiful. Not bad. That's actually, yeah. That is pretty good. All the conveyors are covered up. And it would probably be a good idea to have connectors on the bottom, which we can do here on this side of the belly. Only problem is that I think the hangar is literally one block thick right here, so we potentially thicken it a little bit,
Meteor storm inbound.
which won't look bad because this hangs down by one block anyways. So that could work. Meteor storm inbound. Nice. All the guns are still working, so that is good. Hopefully they're smart enough not to hit the solar panels too. Yeah. Ship's definitely getting, I mean, it's pretty damn close to complete by now. The bridge, or the helm, or the cockpit, or whatever the hell you want to call it on such a small ship, that does need to be completed. It doesn't even have a control seat in it yet, but yeah, that's not bad. 2, 3 assault cannons on the top. And this is not a combat vessel at all, but it does not hurt to have very, very good defense. Okay, so let's finish up on the bottom side, I think, before I work up towards the bridge. And I think, see what we could do with this is kind of the same thing, but a little bit opposite. Probably come out to here. Yeah, let's do 5 wide. That'll give us room if we want to put a bunch more Flatmos towards the front. I don't know what our weight is right now. And there might actually be a block. No, there won't be a block to cover that in a smooth way. We'll go ahead and put these in right now. What can we do? Oh, that's just a regular light armor slope. Let's take that off. I don't think there's a smooth transition for that. With this angle one and that one. Drum ship is coming out real nice. Thanks, truck. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with this. I mean, I put so much time into it, but yeah, I think it's fairly unique. It could definitely use a little bit more detail work, which will come later on. I just want to get this thing done. And I think actually, you know what? Let's do this. Doesn't need to be the 2x1.
Inventory full.
Might be easier just to do these ones. Where was it? 1, 2, 3. Right here. Because we can transition that one. A lot easier. Yeah, that'll work.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Same deal. And then we can do this one. That doesn't need to be there. And then let's swap in a nice triangle. Boop, right there. And there. There we go. Beautiful. That will work, and that'll give us room to probably stick like, I mean, a couple of inset connectors would fit. Could do one on the back, and then one more towards the front, and we'll have to figure out landing gear, which could fit in this space pretty well. I think they're 1 block wide. Might go with the new landing gear, though. Actually, no, I won't go with the new landing gear because they are a lot shorter. I think they're 1 block, aren't they? Yes, they are, so... Might not use these ones, but we can... Yeah, probably the regular landing gears are going to work for that spot, but I don't need them yet. And I don't actually need this connected anymore. But I should also put that block back right here before I forget it. Okay. So yeah, this doesn't need to be connected anymore. I had that connected before when the build and repairs weren't working, and I had to go through and pull items manually, so I can disconnect those, but I don't know if the refineries are still running. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, so yeah, we should be fine to just disconnect it then. At least for now. Auto... No, these don't have an auto lock. Unlocked. And we can get it out of the way because I want to put inset connectors. We're going to put one inset connector right where this pistons are lined up anyways, because we will need to connect again before we take off. But then that way I can swap you, no problem.
Inventory full.
Jesus. It's just flying all over. Okay, so... connector. It doesn't really matter which way that conveyor port goes. We'll just put it there. And we could put another one here. No, we'll stick with one. One for now. We can always add another one later on if we want to. And let's fill all this up. That's going to give the hangar bay a little bit more armor as well. Okay, so that works. I don't think it looks too bad either. It's not too bulgy. Yeah, no, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I like it. I don't know what kind of ships would even fit in this hangar bay. We'll find out a little bit later. None of the ships that we have on the planet are going to stay in this ship, because they're all atmospheric, so they would serve zero purpose. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I like how this is looking. It's not just flat and blocky. It's actually got some character to it. Now up here, on the other hand, we could couple of you.
Inventory full.
Maybe this one as well.
Inventory full.
Why are you there?
Inventory
You don't need
full.
to still be there.
Inventory full.
Then we'll do this guy. That guy again. Don't remember. I don't think there's a conveyor behind that landing gear. No, maybe there is. Yeah. So we might have some conveyor exposed. No, nope, nope. We'll take out this one.
Inventory full.
And then from here, You can just run this across and fill in the rest of that. Blocks. As much as we can. So the landing gear's kind of in the way a little bit. There we go. So that works. Getting the front covered up. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. Alright, now the big question, because we're just about there with like everything that's necessary. How much does this guy weigh? Oh, and I put some couple armories on this airlock right here. A little light. That looks good. What are we at? Oh, 2 million. Exactly. So leaves us with a little bit of room. 600,000 kilograms roughly for every large hydrogen. So 6, 12, 24. 200,000 for every flat mo. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. So theoretically, 3.4 million kilograms is the absolute heaviest it can be and still break atmosphere. Maybe. I don't know, because the flat modes are going to lose their efficiency at some point, so I'd rather not go any higher than 3 million, I think, which we should be fine. That just means we're obviously not going to go with full cargoes. So 3 million should do perfectly. So now as far as in here, don't need to do a ton of work. I don't like the way this looks though. So I'm thinking, what do we have here? Light armor block. What if took you out?
Inventory full.
We lost a ton of pressurization, that's fine. And I...
Inventory full.
Jeez, I'm so loud. Okay. Something like that. Might be a little bit better. Is it not this one? No. Which one is it? This one? There we go. Jesus. Hate trying to get these things lined up. So then we're going to want to take that one,
Inventory full.
that
Inventory
one,
full.
that one, that one, that one.
Inventory full.
Okay. That looks a little more cohesive, I think. And so we got a couple armories there for looks realistically. Could... You are connected to like all of our other guys, right? Yes. Industrial, irrigation systems, labs, and large industrials. Okay, so that is good. I wasn't sure if that was connected or not. So let's do a refill station. Because why not? Cargo terminals and refill stations are the best. You'll get welded up just fine. I do have a light in there, right? Yes. And then we have this space here. So fill the actually do a like an inset LCD panel, or like maybe a couple of them. This could be like the controls or monitoring section kind of back here. Now as far as up here, kind of control seat do we want? The big old office desk looking one, or a smaller? No, definitely this one, because it is 5 wide, so we could actually have 2 of them and it look fairly decent. So let's go one here, one there, and we could have a backup, I guess. That could work. Could I make that similarly cohesive like this? Maybe. No, never mind, because this is the outside of it's kind of curved. I'm fine with that. That'll work. And we could put LCDs up here too. Actually, that'd be a really nice spot to have some LCDs. So if you're sitting in the roll seat, you can look up and see the LCDs. I like that. Yeah. That will work nicely. We have 8 hours of battery power. And we have 10 batteries. It's gonna suck is going through and kind of naming everything and setting everything up with visibility. I will, yeah, that's gonna be off camera, don't worry. Stored power 600 kilowatts. So these are all not very charged actually. So we can hold what, 3 megawatts, I think. So those aren't very charged. Curious. We have 4 large hydrogen tanks, all of which are on. If I turn one of these on, 100% filled, what's it gonna do? Oh damn, does it really drain that quickly on such a large hydrogen tank? Wow. Oh yeah, okay, well, I just sucked up all my hydrogen. Whoops. Those are not very fuel efficient, that is for damn sure. Okay. So we need to start getting this thing fueled up as much as we possibly can. This looks not bad. Ooh. This isn't pressurized. So we'll need an air vent of some sort in here. I almost want to try something a little bit different.
Inventory full.
Where does that go? Oh, geez. Right down to the medical room. Might still look okay. So I was thinking about using Willis ducts and having the vent air come out of the floor.
Inventory full.
I guess we can see how that looks. So if we did put the air vent back here, and then it would be covered up. But if we put it back there with a corner, that doesn't look bad on that surface that's going to be pointing down into the medical room. We could go with that. Regular Willis duct. And then corner. And there should be a grate. Like so. And I think that'll work. And we can still walk on it just fine. And then we can put a vent. Pointing this way, and that should work. Dun, dun, dun. Weld up, weld up. I'm playing Pertam 2 right now. And hello Robert, how are you doing tonight? I will say I'm a little bit tired of Pertam, I think, at this point. I've been here for quite some time, and it's a great planet. It's a very difficult planet, but I think I might be ready to move on. I don't know if that's actually working. So let's just do that to lose pressurization first. Put that back on, and let's see. I'm doing good. I'm not bad. Not bad. Just hanging out. A real chill night tonight. Yep, okay, so we were pressurized. That works. And then we can just fill it with those for now. Just to kind of fill it in. So that works. We can have our pressurization through here. And yeah, I could have just put the vent down here, but I think this is a nice use of the whatchamacallit, Willis ducts. You're out in space right now. We're out in space. You gotta play in multiplayer or something. I have not been to space at all on this world. Not yet. I could have just used a small grid ship and gone off into space a long time ago, but I wanted to build some monstrosity like this and have that be the first space adventure. Everything should look good and okay out here still. Very nice. Tons of details left to put on this ship. I mean, I think this is pretty good so far. So what I want to do, we're gonna put this guy back out again. Whoops, not that one. Get you lined up. I can't tell. I can't see like the lights and stuff saying if it's ready to connect. I think we are ready to lock. Okay. Locked. Fantastic. So now I think what we will do, my farms on the base are empty right now. I don't have any plants growing, so might be safe. Let's take a look. Hide empty, all cargo. We have 88,000 ice in our cargo on the base, which is not a lot. Let's go ahead and turn you back on, which should then slowly start filling these ones. This one is off 32%, so this is the one that has a little bit in it. We'll turn it on, and let's actually switch you guys to stockpile, which should then drain that all the way. That's empty, that's empty. We'll turn you back off. Stockpile off. Still filling. Okay. So 9%. 9% hydrogen. Very much not very adequate. So what we can also do is, because we have these lab generators here, we'll turn those on, which will also speed up our production until we run out of ice, essentially. Damn, that's didn't fucking speed that up very much at all. It's still really slow. You are outputting, right? $500 per second. Okay. We're good there. How's our oxygen tanks? Looking 100% beautiful. All the way across the board. Great, great, great. Okay. Alright, so while those are grinding through the rest of the ice on the base, which should push us hopefully 12-13% or so, we can put a connector temporarily on this guy.
Inventory full.
Let's clear those. And this connector here will allow me to dock the combine onto the ship. So that hopefully this can maneuver over to the ice patch. Theoretically. We've got a couple landing gear here. I think can't take these landing gear off yet, but I can put. Why are you not? Oh, there you go. These landing gear can be more on the permanent side, or the one, I guess, because the piston's in the way. And that way I'll be able to dock close to the ice patch. Yes, that's the plan. Alright, so I mean, yeah, we're getting ready to see if this bad boy will at least make it over to the ice patch to get some adequate fuelage. Landing gear 3. Landing gear starboard. Auto lock off. What do you guys think? You think it's gonna work? I don't know. I don't know. It's she's a big ship. But I think for the most part we should be good to go. I did add some more while it's grinding through the ice that we have left. It does have... Where did I put them? Is it up here? I think it was up here. 4 more gyroscopes. I put them in this empty space in the back. As well as 2 more batteries right here, which, holy shit, those are really empty. Why are you not charging? I mean, you are. It's... Could drain the batteries on the base. Why not? Let's take all the power off the base. Dun, dun, dun. You. Should be all of them. Put all those to recharge. Put the landing gear lower. Lower? You think lower? You don't think that's low enough? Well, I mean, I don't think I would actually be able to put it lower. Anyways, it is pretty close to the ground. But it's lower than everything else. So I think it might be okay. keep forgetting that I put these doors here. Those are still running. Everything's pressurized. Everything's pressurized. Oh, is this gonna work? Oh yeah, there we go. Damn, I'm hungry already. I filled my hunger bar right before I started streaming. Okay. Oh, there we go. That works. What are we at? 10%. Holy fuck. That is slow. That is wicked slow. Okay. 19,000 eyes. So we're already almost out. Alright, alright. Alright, let's get in there. I have some seared sabroid, I do. Take one of them. Yeah, I don't know how much, or how quickly this thing's gonna burn through hydrogen. I'm a little bit worried about getting it all the way to that ice patch. I like this room. Very green. And I could actually... could also add more plant things, because we have like the vivariums and stuff now. I could definitely add a lot of that into there as well. I think sun's going down. Should probably... well, depressurize this space, I guess. Attach this to the ship now. Should fit down there, no problem. Deposit everything. Oh, how's our batteries? Fully depleted in 10 minutes. 4, 5, 6. I think I only have... no, I have 10 batteries on the base. Okay. So we should actually have power left over once it's done charging. Go ahead, unlock. Oh, actually, maybe this isn't gonna fit. No, I think we can. I think it'll fit. Oh, yeah. We're good. Down just a smidge. Connect. Okay. You can stay there. Should be okay. Why? Okay, you're set to recharge. That's right. Okay, so I would like to... yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and organize so much of this. So this is gonna be a main landing gear at some point. These ones we can put temporarily, because that's what's holding the ship down. Other than that, I don't think I need to put anything else on the hotbar just yet. Gyroscope. All 8 of you, let's do 25% because there's 8 of them, so I mean that's a bit excessive anyways. Now, 11%, so I might have been pretty damn close on my guess. There we go. Okay, so you guys still have a little bit. Still going. Need a group for the thrusters. We're gonna make that. All of these hydrogen thrusters. Dun, dun, dun. Turn that on. We're all good there. Everything looks good. Side to side. Yep, yep. That's all good, good, good. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, the thruster damaged the block, so the building repairs fixing it. That's funny. I don't know. I think we can set all of our batteries back at 1.9 megawatts. That should be fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those back to auto. And I think we can go ahead and see. Let's turn the thrusters on and... Oh, do we still have that connector on the bottom? We do still have that connector on the bottom. That needs to come off. That needs to come off again. Unlock. This can actually just get retracted all the way. Oh boy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 flatmos, so that those by itself should be 1.2 million kilograms, so we should be all right. I mean, we will see. We will see. I would like to... We'll turn everything on, and I should be able to unlock those landing gear after I turn auto lock off. Okay. Why do you keep locking? Okay. 7 keeps locking. That's weird. Auto lock's off, but it keeps locking. Okay, so then what we need to do is just unlock it and thrust upward a little bit. There we go. There we go. And it's slowly sinking, but I think that's because we have mining ship attached. So let's get this guy up. Oh. My little Overwatch kind of in the way. All right, so we're up. Still at 12%. I say, might as well start heading over towards the ice patch then, right? Yeah. And before I forget, we need you. Okay, save. Put you on right there. We can turn those off. 11%. Let's go ahead and start heading towards the ice patch. If we start getting down, you know, 5%, then we're gonna have a problem. I should also turn these on because we have all these guns. Which we'll turn off. 10%. 12. Went from 12 to 10 pretty quickly. Gyro power is, I think, just about perfect. I feel like that observer was not that close before. That must be new. I don't remember having an observer that close before. Alright, 10%. We're good, we're good. It flies. That's a good sign. Doesn't look too bad either. Yeah. Nice. Huh? That looks pretty decent. Does it look from this view? I'm gonna be up there soon enough. Soon enough. Look at that. %. We can get there. And our reverse thrust is pretty decent. We got 3 of them, so should be all set there. I think we'll be good. We're at 9%. And we're almost there. %. Still good. A big motherfucker though. I like it. It's not a box, alright? It actually looks pretty decent, I think. Even the ass doesn't look too bad. Beautiful. That observer on the left, I'm pretty sure, just popped up. Oh, where are we gonna park you? 7%. Huh. Okay, so it says that we're 1.8 million kilograms down there, but I thought it said that it was like 2 before I even put the mining ship on here. Some sort of discrepancy. 6%. Let's get going. Come forward a bit. Come on. Lock. Oh yeah. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. 5% hydrogen. Just barely got there. Okay. So with this, now I should be able to just mine the ice with the mining ship right here, which is also going to mine a little bit of stone here and there as well, but that's fine. We have refineries on board. There we go. Unlock and just get to mining some ice. See how that works out. Which I would like to get some of this. Which, yeah, we're gonna get some stone, but I want to start opening up the ice patch a little bit more. And at some point, I'll have to get the ISSI's inventory manager set up on the ship too, so that it'll pull the ice out. That way I don't have to use a sorter. I'll try and put the camera angle in a spot where it's not too loud. Yeah, this will make it quite a bit easier. Instead of having to fly back and forth from the base, I can literally just go right over here and plug right into it. Oh, you're heavy. Don't hit. There we go. Connect you up. And is it gonna pull everything out? I don't think so. I might have to go here. Large industrial cargo container. So it looks like it went to that one. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I can just manually move it over. All gone? Okay. 100,000 ice per trip, pretty much. A little bit over. It's not too bad. I think it is going to take a considerable amount of ice Oh, the ice isn't that deep. You can see the stone underneath right there. Okay. But I think it's gonna take a ton of ice to get that ship completely filled up. But we don't have to get it completely filled. I think maybe 30% would probably be a pretty safe number to attempt going into space. I'm not gonna go to space on this stream, um, but this is more of just like a test to see how the ship is functioning, and I'm actually really happy with it. I think it did really well. But we'll go to space soon, and I still don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on like what do you guys think as far as so the objective of surviving Pertam was to build a huge ship like that and get it into space. So I could pretty much end the series after that once we go into space. Or I was kind of thinking about restarting the world itself, but with the ship. Like go into space and basically nothing's really going to change, but that way it will go to the new economy stations and whatnot. And then kind of just keep playing it as like a survival type scenario, but with more mods. Possibly put, you know, Ember, maybe not Reavers, maybe Weapon Core, stuff like that. Kind of have just like a more heavily modded world, and it would be, I would just live stream it, I think, instead of doing the videos. On top of the economy, it would just be too much for me to edit those videos, scrapyard, economy, all at the same time. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep playing this world technically and refresh it so it has all the new economy and everything, but just kind of keep doing what I'm doing now with the occasional chill live streams? Whoops. Large cargo. This one. Get all this ice into there. Cool. Do another trip. Might as well. We're here, and I want to get as much advantage on those hydrogen tanks that I can. Probably start taking up some of this right here. Trek, I don't really have a live stream schedule because I think I streamed Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, I don't remember, a couple days ago. And then I'm doing one now at 9 p.m. I don't know what's better for people, the later streams, but it'd probably be 9 a.m. Eastern time during the week. If I do any on the weekend, that would probably be like a 9 p.m. type stream. If I do kind of continue this world, I might try doing like 2 live streams a week, as long as time allows, but I'll schedule it ahead of time like I have been as well. So schedule wise, I don't really have one. My economy series, I'm trying to release videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now, so that's a bit of a grind too. I don't know, live stream, I think I can be pretty lax with it. I don't know, maybe like, maybe every Friday or something like that. I think the later streams, like the one I'm doing tonight, would probably work the best. But it would have to be on a Friday or Saturday or something like that. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna back up all the way to that thing. What am I thinking? It is a pretty big ship. It definitely needs some more paintwork, but having it outside of the shipyard, it's definitely taller than it looked inside the shipyard. Oh, and then also, as far as live streams go, they all get uploaded after the stream anyways, just as it is, so that way, like, people miss it and they want to watch it a little bit later on. They can. As a VOD. What was I doing? Let's go upstairs. See what our stuff is looking like. Probably not very much percentage. 7%. I mean, we've gone up 2%, really. That's it. Holy shit. These are all on, right? On. Might need more than just 4 H2O2 generators. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a couple more. So 2,000 liters per second, theoretically. Really? Is that much? 2,000? Yeah, I guess so. So that's going up about 500 per second, and there's 4 tanks, so alright. I guess that's pretty close to accurate. Jeez, that is gonna take a freaking minute to fill up, ain't it? What about... We do have ammo. Ice in the connector. And we do have a little bit of ingot action going on too. $285,000. Yeah, so we got a pretty good amount of ice. Oh, that's not gonna happen with this ship. I mean, I'd probably end up in space, find a ship. Yeah, you're right. I'd probably find a different ship and start adding on to it all over again. But as far as this ship goes, I once I get it finished up, get some of the settings done and everything, I will be uploading it to the Steam Workshop. But it definitely needs a little bit more work before then. And I kept in mind it shouldn't have any mod blocks at all on board. That way it's a little bit more friendly for people to download if they want it. Everything should be vanilla. Don't have any lights in here. I'll have to add some lights in here at some point, but damn, the green the green glow from all of these looks pretty cool. Well, I guess somebody had mentioned before having the modules exposed on the refineries and stuff, and I guess it is. It's just exposed inside of this back area. I know it's probably wicked dark for you guys back there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like it. Very happy with the ship so far. And at some point I'll have to get, you know, some crops planted and stuff. Yeah. I think I am going to keep playing this world. I just don't know how often I'm going to stream it. I guess it'll just depend on my mood when I feel like chilling. but anytime I do stream, I try to schedule it a couple days in advance. That way people are aware. 8%. Look at that. That is so fucking slow. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not big on combat. I'm not a huge fan of combat. I think it'll be a little better now having, you know, like repair services and stuff at the stations. Or the build and repair, that's why I'm thinking maybe I'll go kind of modded, pretty heavily modded. Maybe put weapon core and shields and stuff just for fun. We already have assert on, and I think assert carries over into space as well, so I think I'll probably keep going. And plus I'm really happy with the ship. It'll be a good world to just fool around and improve my building skills, because they are trash, especially compared to, like, you know, engineered coffee and stuff like that. I don't know how he does it. I think the back isn't terrible. Let me turn my light on. People always remind me to turn my light on. But I think, yeah, even the back doesn't look half bad. Could use some cleaning up to make it look a little bit better, but ultimately, yeah, I'm not pretty happy with it. Okay. Let's do, while I'm waiting for the ship to refuel a little bit, let's go ahead and grab some more ice. I'm definitely going to need it. Oh, what the fuck? Did I not transfer? I thought I did transfer all of the ice out of here. Unless I ended up going back into the cargo containers, that would be unfortunate. Oh! Oh! Don't hit. I was flying it like it was empty, but it is not. Did I not transfer everything? Oh, I guess I didn't. Could have swore I did. There we go. Now we're empty. Ow. And then of course I'm gonna have to... Still need to figure out a name for that thing. So I have no idea what kind of name to name it. Could be something related to Pertam, I guess, because that's where it was born. That's the planet it was meant for, with the heavy-ass gravity. Okay. Let me transfer it again. Let's see. Okay, for sure transferring everything over. So I wonder if that's going to end up getting filled up again. Oh, I have freaking beds right here. I can go to sleep. Get the sun to come up. Then I don't have to worry about turning my light on and off. I'll just lay in my bed for a little bit while I drink my energy drink, because it's so good to do that at almost 11 o'clock at night. Hold on, sorry. Reading a message from my wife. Something about neighbor across the street calling the police. Something about someone left a note on their vehicle asking for money. Fuck. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out a little bit later. All my bugs are still alive. That's good. How are we looking here? Oh, it looks way different with the sun up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yo, what's up, mayonnaise? No, you're not too late. I'm still going. Still going a little bit. Too late as far as seeing it fly, yes, a little bit. But it is gonna be uploaded as a VOD, just like the other ones. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. I think even the nacelles look pretty decent. Sweet. Awesome. Very happy with that. 9%. What the hell? That is taking a long time. Oh, it takes so much ice just to get this thing filled up. I wonder... I do have some resources from the stone that we got, so I wonder if I can actually make some H2O2 generators while I'm out here. Let's get that off the build planner. Because those only take not very many resources, actually. So let's... Why aren't you letting me... Shift middle mouse button, right, to queue it? Is that gonna work? Oh, we not have enough iron, I guess? No, probably not. So we might actually not have quite enough stuff. Let's mine some stone. Still on the maiden voyage? Not quite maiden voyage. I flew over to the ice patch. That way I didn't have to fly back and forth 10 kilometers in the mining ship to get ice. I could grab a bunch. Build planner, need you to try and take it on burst. Okay, yeah. Apparently that's what I needed to do. But yeah, no. No maiden voyage yet. I had... Whoops, from all of the hydrogen on the base, as well as all the ice that I had on the base, I was able to fill it 12%. Fly over to the ice spot down to 5%. So now I'm just kind of mining a whole bunch of ice so that I can refuel before I head back to base. I want to have at least like 30% hydrogen, I think, before I attempt going into space. Just to be safe. Which won't be this stream. I'm not going to space on this stream. But I wanted to see how well the ship functions. And so far, I'm very, very happy with it. And then, yeah, I don't think you weren't here when I was talking about it, but I was debating if I'm going to kind of continue playing on this save, but I'm going to, once I get into space, reset the world. So I'll unfortunately lose the base on Pertam, but I'll still have the ship. And then kind of continue that journey, but maybe add a lot more mods. Like weapon core, maybe, and just a bunch of heavy, not quality of life mods. And then it would just be kind of a... not a video series like I'm doing with the economy one, but I would just stream it every once in a while. Just doing 3 series with editing and stuff like that is definitely a little bit tedious and time consuming. But I wouldn't mind streaming every once in a while. I still like playing regular survival, I guess. Let's go to large cargo. Get all the ice out of here. How is this looking? A little bit better. Still need a few more. A little bit more iron, so let's go grab some more stone. Big ships like that, if you're not in a big abundance. Hydro and ion can be nice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this one has quite a few large flatmos, purely to help with the insane gravity that Pertam has. But it seemed to do okay. It should even fly relatively decently with quite a bit of cargo. Okay, this is mostly stone that we're getting right here. That should be enough to get a couple more H2O2 generators online. Oh, don't crash. Ouch. We have a storm rolling in. Okay, now we got quite a bit of stone for sure. Let's close these, why not? Here's a lot of mods. Yeah. Well, I have MES on. Yeah, I have MES on here right now because of the assert mod. But I was, yeah, thinking about, you know, putting like weapon core, maybe reavers, even though combat's not a huge thing that I necessarily like, but with the repair function and stuff like that now, maybe it'd be okay. So yeah, definitely thinking about that. And then just a bunch of other big mods would be nice, I think. Yeah, because I know factions will word out. Like, Reavers will fight, what is it, like Ember and all the other MES ones. So, definitely something I'm considering. Because, like, with the economy one that I'm doing now, I have my restrictions that I set in place with limited mods. Nothing that's, like, super game-breaking or anything like that. And it's still fun. I'm having a ton of fun with it, but it is also nice to have just ridiculous amount of mods on just the survival world playing around and stuff. So I probably will do that as long as time allows. Let's get back to that. So we do have enough for at least one. Maybe enough for two? Maybe not. But we might still be refining. No, we're not still refining, really. Went through it that quick? Yeah, I guess so. Ah, 3? That's crazy. But I might be able to... might still be able to build 2 of them. But where? Where do I want to put them? Cool clips where I'm just chilling doing my own stuff and I look. Yeah. That is one thing I miss. I mean, a few years back, I did some pretty heavy modded survival and had everything, Reavers, all of it. And, yeah, it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. I think... well, this is the engine room. Definitely do have room to put a couple of the regular guys. So I could put one here. And we should be able to put the other one there. Not complete, but that's fine. And that'll give us a couple more H2O2 generators. H2. All full up. Good, good, good. Alright, so we're good to go there. And so about 11% so far. Still very slow. Very, very slow. It takes a long time. But no, I'm happy with this ship. And the ice and hydrogen and stuff, once in space, it won't even be a big deal because you use far less in space. Let's go ahead and get another. I think we'll get another. Keep pressing X. couple more trips of ice. Which I think we'll want to take it from over here. Taking a couple, 2 more loads, maybe 3 of mostly ice should give us enough that it'll get us around the 30% mark. Ooh, what the fuck? Oh, I think I hit the wrong key. Thought it was dropping. Oop, I kind of overfilled a little bit. I don't like going over 250,000 kilograms, so it should be okay. What's up, Bradley? How you doing? Is that smoking? When the fuck did I break a conveyor? Oopsie. That's not good. Oh yeah, that is true. Pertam is pretty damn far. And I do have a jump drive on here. Not complete. Which I should probably complete it. Before I go to space and reset the world and all that fun jazz. You... $800,000. I mean, I feel like that should be enough to get us over 30% on hydrogen. And was I still able to transfer? Yeah, I should still be able to transfer everything from that drill, right? Because it is connected. Yeah, they should be all connected left to right. So that should be fine. I think that should be enough. Whoops. Oh, don't fall. I think 800,000 ice should be adequate. We're at 13% now. We came here on 12%, so we should be good. That's all good. That's all good. Will it be re-entering a planet once it is in space? Oh yeah, I'm sure. If I continue on with this series, it's going to be kind of starting off in this ship, I guess, because I want to reset it so that all the economy stations update. But yeah, this will probably be like my planetary cargo ship, because if it can handle Pertam's gravity, it should be able to land on every single planet, no problem, including the alien planet. So this will probably be like my planetary ship, and then I might end up, once in space, start working on a much larger ship. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It would be kind of cool to do a similar style mothership, I guess. Much bigger than this one. That'd be kind of cool. 2.5 hours flying from Moon to Mars. 400 to 1500 meters per second. That's flying. Still 2.5 hours from the Moon to Mars. That's a long time. So jump drive's absolutely necessary then. We'll have to try to get as much gold mined up as I can off camera. Do I have a projector on the ship? No, not yet. I will. It will have a projector, and all the settings and everything will be completely done before I upload it to the Steam Workshop. It's still kind of in testing phase, I guess. This was its first little test flight from the base over to this ice over here, so far so good. Still have a lot of work to get done on it. So now we're 2.6 million kilograms, so almost 1 million kilograms heavier now than we were flying over here, so we might actually burn through a pretty good amount of hydrogen getting back to base. So I'll probably go a little bit quicker. But even with all this weight, it's still doing pretty good. Definitely quite a bit more sluggish as far as gyroscopes go, and I don't want to get too close to that observer on the left. Not super worried about it. Like, the base can handle any drones that it sends. I just don't want to take damage on this nice shiny new ship. %. Oh, I forgot I don't have the speed mod on this world. I have it on the economy one. The 100 meters per second is just far too slow. I mean, come on. It's a game about spaceships and stuff. You should be able to go a lot faster than this. Alright, start slowing down. The reverse thrust on this thing is pretty damn good, though. I'm happy with having that large thruster up there on the front as well. Don't think I'm gonna park this into the shipyard. Alright, this is going to be a little bit tricky. I'm not looking at the chat just right now, because yeah. I guess I should try to park this down into the shipyard. %. It's a tight fit because of that little observation deck thing that I built. My ass is sticking out a little bit. There we go. That should be clear. This should work. All right. We're parked. Real Orbit's solar system mod. Well, how'd that go? Was that 1 to 40th scale or something? Is that what that means? Real Orbits mod. That does sound pretty damn interesting. If you have a projector on your ship, you can... I thought the stations can't... I thought the stations didn't build blocks, projected blocks. Like repair them. I thought I remembered hearing them talk about that in the live stream, Space Engineers live stream. It costs money to store and retrieve? I didn't know that. Yeah, a lot of people have been mentioning, like on my economy series right now, using the service terminal to store grids, and I think it's extremely useful in certain applications. I feel kind of weird using it on just a single player world where I don't have to worry about PCU issues or anything like that. So I haven't used the storage feature at all. I don't know that I'm like ever going to unless I start having issues. The repair and salvage, I absolutely been using the crap out of that. I think that is freaking awesome. It brings a lot of life to the game. 140 scale, honestly, it was fun, other than the moon being 1,000 kilometers away. Huh. That does sound actually really cool. Yeah, I'll probably mess around with something like that at some point. But that's just like completely different from, you know, what Space Engineers is. So that would be very trippy, but it does sound extremely cool. I wonder how, does it affect performance a whole bunch? I feel like it would. Adding some mechanics like that just seems crazy. Oh, actually... this thing is probably not lined up with that connector anymore. No, it's quite a bit further forward. Could probably just move it to right there, and then it would line up just fine. I don't have to connect to it right now anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. What I would like... I almost wonder if I should put a door in this area to be a little bit closer to the bridge helm cockpit thing. I mean, this one's not too bad. It is an airlock, so... and then it's right there. I'm not saying much bridge. Oh. Huh. Visible teleport system when you're near the planets. So does it... like you go into space and land on the planets just the same way? They're just a lot bigger? Or you said it teleports you? So you get close to the planet and it just kind of like teleports you into the planet's area? That would make sense. Definitely want to try that out at some point though. I'll have to check those mods out and make a world just for that. I probably won't be making any videos on it or anything like that, just for me to mess around with on my own. How are we looking with ice? 700,000. So I think once this all gets eaten up, whatever percentage the ship is at that point is what we're going to be rocking with to get into space. I'm going to take... Oh, did you get repaired? You should have gotten repaired, yeah, because the building repairs. Okay. Unlock. Let's get this guy back into the hangar where it belongs, because it will forever be stuck on Pertam. I'll probably do... Before I reset the world and everything, I'm probably gonna blueprint this, finish this ship, and blueprint it, as well as the battle bus, and those will get uploaded to Steam as well. Just, I might as well. The grinding ship won't. I mean, it's a pretty basic grinding ship. I don't even use it anymore. But it's very easy to make. But this one, I think, is an interesting ship, because it works on Pertam. I love that. Using the event controller to shut the door automatically. I would forget. These are... Yep, recharging again. Cool. I think the salvage contracts... I mean, yeah, the salvage contracts... are... I think a little bit overpowered. I mean... They don't pay a lot. Like, the actual get the item and bring it back doesn't pay a lot, but depending on which salvage you're working with, you can sell it for a pretty good amount of money. So I could, yeah, I mean, I could see it getting a little bit of a nerf as well. I love it though. Salvage contracts are freaking awesome. Where's because... Okay, I see what you mean. That's interesting. Across the galaxy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that mod out at some point. When I have the time. That sounds like super cool. How are we looking? So that is... That's it? For iron? No, is it? Holy shit. I guess so. Wow, okay. So I used like just as much iron as I needed. So I think everything is built on the ship, but... So where's components? Yeah, so... This should be 5,000, so we are out of iron again, but it was like just enough to finish the ship. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. I haven't been in here in a minute. So. 7 iron. 1 gold, 32,000 cobalt, 91,000 nickel. That's kind of surprising. Usually I'm struggling with nickel quite a bit. Platinum, that's, I think, just from finding platinum. I don't think, yeah, we haven't mined platinum or anything on the planet. 5,000 silver. Yeah, alright, cool. And then that's stuff. Yeah, we're definitely short on quite a few components. Interesting. Alright, so I think that is going to be a wrap on this stream, guys. Don't know if going into space is going to be via stream or if I will record that and do another episode again. Haven't fully decided. I might just record it and edit it, make it look, you know, as cinematic as I can possibly do it. Or it'll be a live stream. I don't know yet. Some salvage contracts have whole large good ships that are like... Yeah. Yeah. I came across one of those, I think, on my economy thing. And it only requires power and thrusters fixed. Yeah, some of the salvage grids are freaking nuts. Some of the random encounter grids are freaking crazy too. I found a fairly large ship, which is now my ship that I'm using, and slapped a bunch of parts on it. It's like, you don't need to mine at all. You can get everything you need from buying it or just finding it. I think that's freaking cool. So we'll see what kind of updates they do as far as nerfing and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. And I will see you on the next stream. Or video. Or both. Hope you guys take it easy.